It's no secret that Ikoria has brought companions, broken little nuggets of fucking nonsense, to every eternal format, non-rotating format, even standard, is not plagued, but they're becoming quite a dominant force, I guess, is safe to say. So I'm going to try and play less companion on the channel for the next week or so. I mean, I'm streaming companion decks tonight, and tomorrow's deck will probably be a companion deck. But I'm going to at least pretend that I'm going to try not to. This is LUKKA combo. It is basically Nahiri combo, but we're cutting out all that fucking control nonsense to go linear and to go low to the ground. We are playing. Let me count them.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana dorks. Now, I know there's under 16 up there, but it looked better me cutting down them, right? Even if it made my editing take longer. 16 mana dorks. 4 Oath of Nissa. The deck is so simple. It's so sweet. It's like a short and concise little... Like a hobbit with big feet. I don't know where I'm going with that one. 4 Oath of Nissa to try and find either our LUKKAs, our Nahiris, or our varied birds. We then have 2 growing rights of Itlamok that probably should be in the deck and probably should be something else. But they help to dig for the Emrakuls, and they help to dig for... No, not lands. I play this in my Tattoo over EDH deck for a second copy of Cradle, but the fact that it doesn't get a land really fucking annoys me. But, I mean, if it got a land, it'd probably be good. And we can't have good magic cards now, can we? Then we have 4 Nahiri, 4 LUKKA, 3 Land of Abundance. This could be 4. We can probably play another one of these other growing rights because it's probably just better, but fucking, you know what? Fucking sue me. 4 copies of Through the Breach and 3 Emrakul. What is our deck's plan? Well, we either tick up on Nahiri to make an Emrakul in 2 turns' time, or we tick down our LUKKA on the turn we play it to make an Emrakul on that turn. Of course, the Nahiri makes a hasty Emrakul. LUKKA does not. Through the Breach does. But the great thing about LUKKA is that it's 2 ticks in the can. So some upside, there's some downside. The upside is that we can grab both this and Emrakul off of the Oath of Nisses, making it help to be consistent. It also allows us to tick up to find dorks if we need them. It also allows us to down tick twice off starting loyalty to exile our own birds or random dorks to go and find an Emrakul. That's right, you exile a creature and you look for a creature of higher CMC in your deck. We're only playing 1 drops and 15 drops. That's how that works. And that's it, really. We've got some Kessig Wolf runs in case we need to Kessig Wolf run somebody because we make a lot of mana off our dorks. In our sideboard, we have Graveyard Hate because of Lurrus. We have 2 Force of Vigor and 2 Beasts Within. This is for like the Tron and the Urza matchup so we can block problematic opponents or just artifacts in general. Chance the Void on 1 is pretty good against us. Veil of Summer is good against the red-black Jund decks and Lurrus decks. Boil is good against any deck playing Dryad of the Elysian Groves, and I honestly think we should be playing more copies of it. 2 copies of Ancient Grudge, again, more artifact hate because, I don't know, Chalice is a piece of fucking shit. Lightning Bolt against the creature decks, and then again against the creature decks, against the devoted druid decks, where everything's quite low to the ground and small, we can murder them dead by doing our normal Emrakul plan, but wrapping their board with a Massacre Worm and shooting them multiple times as well. The reason for this, and I mean, I won't even get to show it in this video, but the reason for this is that LUKKA can still make the Massacre Worm and wrap their board, where LUKKA making an Emrakul allows us to pass back to our opponent, at which point our opponent might just kill us. This is also probably good against Empty the Warrens, although I think Emrakuling them on the whole is better against Storm. I don't fucking know. I'm just an entertainer on the internet. Recently, someone in the comment section told me I was a journalist. I report some news, I guess, but it's definitely entertainment, editorial, whatever. If you like the video, hit the like button. We're going to go to the kiddie pool for a couple of games and then go play some 1v1 queues. Suck my nuts. Let's go. We have won the die roll. We have an Oath of Nissa, an Emrakul, and a Through the Breach. We don't look like the deck that you would think we are, looking at the thumbnail or the description below. Oath of Nissa finds us a Birds of Paradise. I guess we're going to put that in our hand and pass back to our opponent. You know what they say, a dork a day makes the Emrakul come to play. That's a famous saying where I'm from. We drew another Oath of Nissa. Okay, they're legendary, I didn't know that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but Oath of Nissa. I'll keep this summoning sick one because you never know. We found a LUKKA. We have no red mana barring the Birds of Paradise. Our mana base is fucking dreadful. That said, looking 6 cards deep with Oath of Nissa, you'd think you'd eventually find a red land, wouldn't you? You'd think you would. Counterbalance. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're probably not going to resolve any 1-drops again, because they probably have a lot of 1-drops in the deck. Okay, we drew a Nahiri, which can exile the counterbalance, which isn't terrible. Play Nahiri. They have a 4-drop on top of their library. It's a swamp. Blue-black counterbalance? Let's exile the counterbalance just in case. Next turn we can discard the LUKKA or the Breach to try and find another red source. I guess we don't need another red source just to through the Breach them. Oh, okay. Welcome to the play lobby rooms where no one wants to play when you just draw one of their permanents. I think it's the same opponent again. Yep, it is the same opponent again. You tragic bastard. One more best of one. We won the die roll. Easy. Easy. Okay, oh fucking hell, this is bad too. Let's keep this. We're gonna go Forest into Birds of Paradise. The turn back to our opponent. They're called Crackshot Bogan. That's a cool name. I like it. Qual Cove. Drew a Noble Hierarch. I guess we're gonna play a Noble Hierarch. A Forest. And attack our opponent. Go, my roided up angry bird. Fuck him up. Howling Mine from our opponent. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. We're gonna cast Nahiri. We're gonna exile the Howling. Well, hang on. It's only tapped artifacts? Fuck. I guess we're just gonna discard an Arbor. Drew an Oath of this. Cast a Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn back to our opponent. Temple of Enlightenment from our opponent. Looks like they're playing Singleton. This looks like a mana base, like a Commander or a Highlander deck. But I could be wrong. We untap and draw some cards. Okay. We're going to cast Oath of Nissa. It finds us 2 Gilded Goose and a Plains. Let's grab the Plains. Make a land drop. Crack our Canopy. We're going to discard the Noble Hierarch. The Gilded Goose is a red. So goodbye, Noble Hierarch. We're then going to play Leyline of Abundance. Yeah, I guess so. Why not, right? Maybe they counter it, maybe they don't. Who knows? Leyline of Abundance resolves and our opponent cycles Angel Song. So they are literal Turbo Fog. I wonder if they have any tap down effects like Cryptic Command, because otherwise the Emrakul is just going to blow up all their stuff in spite of the ability to fog. Elixir of Immortality from our opponent. We draw LUKKA. We also draw another Leyline of Abundance. Multiple Leylines of Abundance are fun. We cast Oath of Nissa to look for a red source to make sure we can cast LUKKA later. We're going to search our library for an Emrakul here, letting Nahiri go. We could have upticked her to allow her to survive, but I think just hitting them with an Emrakul is better. If they have a bounce spell, then I will feel sad. Emrakul gets exalted this turn. That's nice. Okay, they're going to mill us with Archive Trap. Emrakul's going to shuffle our library back in. And then we're going to try to hit them with our 17/17 Emrakul. Let's make sure Emrakul gets nice and big. Sometimes 15 just isn't enough. Sometimes you got to make it 17, 18, 19, or even 20. I guess in our deck we're never getting to 20 exalted as we have 4 Noble Hierarchs, but that's not the point. They were hoping it wasn't Infect. That's good. Okay, looks like we're okay in the kiddie pool. Let's go a bit deeper. When our opponents don't interact and we win the die roll, we win. Now our opponent will most likely either interact with us or kill us quicker, and we didn't even win the die roll. I also drew Quad through the Breach, and our opponent's got a Pokemon. So I guess I am not in good shape here. Let's mulligan this. Okay, this is keepable. This is keepable. I think I put the Emrakul on the bottom of our library. Our opponent has of course kept a 7, so they have an effective 8 card hand. We only have a 6 card hand because Magic hates me. Scalding Tarn from our opponent, which means we're going to get a Dork bolted. Now, which Dork are we having to get bolted? I guess it's going to be the Noble Hierarch because it doesn't make red mana. In our end step, they crack their Scalding Tarn, they get a Steam Vents, and they Thought Scour themselves to put an Opt and Archmage Charm in their graveyard. So I'm guessing this is... Oh, actually, I don't know what the fuck this is. Archmage Charm plus Luris is not something you see that often. Just Grixis Delver or something? Watergrave tapped. Bolt our Hierarch. Sure. We untap. We go Forest, Birds of Paradise, Arbor Elf, the turn back to our opponent, who now will have 3 mana, which means they can cast the cat, but the cat doesn't give it a, like straight up value unless they have some 0 mana artifacts in their graveyard, which they don't. Battlefield of Ruin can kill my Kessig Wolf. Is this Colligan's command they have up now? We have a Through the Breach, so that's something. Let's go Foothills. Oath of Nissa. If we find an Emrakul, it makes our Breach pretty good next turn, although we know they're an Archmage Charm deck. And I guess we'll attack them for 1, because we don't have 5 mana for our Through the Breach, we only have 4. Let's get in for 1. We might, if we see a Snapcaster, don't Snappy Opt block my Arbor Elf, and then I never draw a 5th mana source, that'd be sad. So I guess our opponent can't really tap out. for fear of being Emrakul'd. They haven't seen the Through the Breach. So maybe they think we're going to try and hardcast it with all our mana. Colligan's Command. Okay. Let's discard... Oh, fuck. A mana source or Through the Breach or no? Well, we got more mana sources in our deck than we have Through the Breaches or Emrakuls. So let's just pass the turn there. Maybe we should just cast the Nahiri and ticked her up. Honestly, that's probably safer. Let's see if they have any counter magic. Through the Breach. Like, do they have a Spell Pierce here? They don't have Archmage's Charm. They have access to it. Because of the Field of Ruin. That's why I'm just going to slam it before they kill our Birds of Paradise. Or dissect our hand with more hand disruption. They're a friend of the channel. Sick. Okay. They know the Emrakul's coming. We're going to board. So they're a Lurrus deck with Thoughtscar. I think I bring in both Wheel of Sun and Moons. I'm tempted to switch to the Massacre Worm plan, but unsure. I think I'm going to bring in Boil as well. We saw Steam Fence and Watery Graves. Destroy the Island seems pretty strong. 3 copies of Veil of Summer seems pretty strong too, so you're going to bring those in. We're going to cut the Growing Rights because they can probably kill our creatures so they don't really get to do anything. Any deck with removal is bad for the Growing Rights. Hell, Growing Rights is just bad in general, but look, don't fucking at me, right? Do we trim some Through the Breaches and some Emrakuls and just go on the LUKKA plan instead? You only need 1 Emrakul in your deck when you're playing Nahiri or LUKKA. So we're going to cut Through the Breach entirely. This also means they kind of have to play around Through the Breach, as in like keeping up mana when we get to our 5. But I guess we're not going to cast Through the Breach. I guess the LUKKA is the same mana cost though, so maybe Boil is just a lot better than I'm giving it credit for. We should be playing like 3 copies of it in the sideboard of our easy ramp deck. And by easy ramp deck, I mean a deck that can ramp to 4 quite easily. 5 lands, a Noble Hierarch and a Nahiri. For those of you watching at home who are wondering, that is in fact 25% of the mana in our deck. In terms of lands, anyway. Our next hand is better. That is better. Let's keep this. We're going to bottom a Growing Rights, because it's not actually that good, but I play it anyway because pet cards make my balls feel happy. And if you're not willing to make your balls feel happy, I mean, if you can't make your balls feel happy, how are you going to make yourself feel happy? Can I get an amen? Boil, cool, okay, let's go Winds of Teeth. I'm not going to play my bird until I've got a Veil of Summer to save it for my K command or a push. Obviously, they can't play K command right now, but they'll be able to play K command in a turn's time and getting some value off the Veil of Summer is good. The birds can lure it out. Now, Bolt, on the other hand. So, don't forget they've got Archmage Charm in their deck, so we need to not just fire off this Boil to an Archmage Charm. That would suck. And on the end of their turn, I'm going to go grab a Stomping Ground. We don't need a White Source with the Canopy. We're going to untap. We're going to play a Forest. Someone's going to start mowing their fucking lawn while I'm recording. Thanks, world. We're going to play a Birds of Paradise and shut my office door. Fuck you, lawnmower. Now, if they push this, we're happy. If they bolt it, we're sad. That sounds like some sort of poetry that I'm trying to go for there, but it's not. It's just how the world is right now. We can still draw a card off of Veil of Summer here. We can also use Veil to protect our Boil against an Archmage Charm if we get enough Dorks to play to get to 5 mana. I think I want to start just playing more Boils in general. It's a very fun Magic card. Well, for me anyway, not for the opponent. Watery Grave from our opponent. Interesting. Hope they just tap out for a Lurrus this turn. And then we can just boil all their lands away. I mean, that doesn't seem wise, but I guess they're a turn away from getting breached, so maybe that's where they feel they're at. They can just slam a Lurrus this turn and keep up Archmage Charm next turn. I guess they're probably going to assume we're a Simian Spirit Guide deck, honestly. There's a Lurrus. Okay. I guess I boil them then, because that seems pretty strong, honestly. They might have Force of Negation here to protect it. It would make sense to have Force of Negation to protect it, but I'm going to give it a shot. If they don't have Force of Negation, this is pretty funny. If they have Force of Negation, it's just a 4 mana discard 2, which isn't the worst. There's a long pause here, so I think they're probably catching their breath. No. It is a Force of Negation. So we did get the read that it'd be Force of Negation. Again, perhaps I should have Veil of Summer then, but we got rid of Flusterstorm and Force of Negation out of their hand, which means we're more likely to stick one of these Nahiris next turn. The great thing about Boil is that they now have to think, fuck, is there another Boil in our future? Because people don't like getting boiled. They really don't. Now, I'd love to draw a land here. We did not. We drew a fucking third Nahiri. Something I've observed with this deck is that we draw multiple Nahiris and multiple Three Witches, but never multiple lands. Even though 20 copies of lands compared to 4 copies of Nahiri, you'd think you'd draw more, wouldn't you? You'd think you would, but you don't. We play Goose. I'm going to pass the turn back to our opponent. The good thing about having triple Nahiri, I guess, is that we can protect it with Veil, or even let one go, or down-tick one to kill the Lurrus, have it bolted, and then feel okay about things. They have a Force of Negation in hand, which they're going to keep up the mana for. We're going to take another 3 here and go to 12. We drew another land. We kind of didn't want to draw another land, but whatever. Nahiri, let's go. Now, if they're depending upon the Force of Negation to stop this, Veiling here and then exiling their Lurrus seems pretty strong. No value out of Lurrus is good in my books as well. Now, we know they're playing Flusterstorm too, but that can't counter Nahiri. So do they have like a Spell Pierce here? Woohoo! Another Veil of Summer. Okay, Nahiri lands. She downticks and exiles a Lurrus. I wonder if next turn I should just fire off another Nahiri and then opting my current Nahiri first. And then playing another Nahiri with Veil backup. Discarding one Nahiri to this Nahiri. Probably the best in terms of like sculpting our hand. Our opponent has untapped with 4 cards in hand. We know that the Force of Negation they got back with the Mystic Sanctuary is now gone. They got a red source that they've put into play tapped. They got a Pluto to get a red source. They're gonna Fatal Push my Goose. I am gonna protect my Goose by casting Veil of Summer. Draws us an Arbor Elf. The more creatures we have in play, the more likely we are to win off of LUKKA to Paradise. We're gonna uptick our Nahiri. We're gonna discard a Nahiri. And we're going to draw a Noble Hierarch. We're then going to cast a Nahiri. This is going to get countered, perhaps? Which I think is fine. We already have a Nahiri on board. If they're just dealing with what we're putting on the stack, we can keep pushing the board advantage. We're going to play a Noble Hierarch and hit them with the Goose this time. I guess we should play around some sort of Anger of the Gods, Electrickery, Electrolyze, Kozilek's Return, or something post-board. Cryptic to counter a spell and bounce the other one to hand. That's pretty good. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. Fuck. Let's play a Goose and take them to 22. On the upside, we didn't lose any progress with our existing Nahiri, but it does mean they can counter on their way back down if they draw a counter spell now, or if their last card after drawing off the Cryptic was a Snappy. They're now on 2 cards in hand. They play a Polluted Delta. They have 1 card in hand. This can be a Mystic Sanctuary, though. So if they can draw off an Opt, they can easily put Cryptic back on top of their library. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast her. We have the ability to play for Spell Pierce, but not for like a mana leak. Nahiri resolves. We're going to discard Arbor Elves here. Drew another Nahiri. We're then gonna attack with Goose. Now, Wheel of Sun and Moon doesn't stop them from getting the current Cryptic commands, but it stops them from putting them into the yard for future Mystic Sanctuaries. So we're gonna cast Sun and Moon. It's not great at this point because they still have Fatal Push and Cryptic commands to like snap you back anyway. But I mean, it's something. It's certainly something. We are live to just drawing a LUKKA. That's what we're looking for with our Nahiri. They get a Mystic Sanctuary. They put a Cryptic command on top of their library. Can they draw here to get that to counter my Wheel of Sun and Moon? If they can, no, okay, because they can bounce their Mystic Sanctuaries to put cards. So what the Cryptic command allows them to do is balance the Sanctuary, counter a spell, play Sanctuary, put Cryptic command back into their library, draw it with another card, and then you've got an ongoing Cryptic command game, which sounds fun for like one person at the table, but not us. Oath of Nissa. Let's see if we can find. They've got a Cryptic command in hand, so we kind of have to be careful what we're doing here. That's a threat, my friends. That is a threat. Let's go to combat and attack with our Gilded Goose that gets exalted. Do I just Kessig it here? They could bounce my Nahiri. They could bounce the Gilded Goose, I guess. No, I'm gonna... Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna Kessig my Goose. I haven't really ever Kessigged a Goose before, so I think this just feels hot. So that's 4 damage coming through. 16. Uptick Nahiri. Next time we can ultimate her, but they can tap down our team with the Cryptic command. So I guess I'm just going to like keep playing things like Lane of Abundance and such, and probably tick up Nahiri again to get her outside of death range to her own ultimate. They opt here, scrying one and drawing a card. powerful magic. Imagine if Serum Visions was instant speed. Imagine if Preordain was legal in Modern. Would we want that? Not for shit. Not with this fucking thing. This is one of my least favourite cards in recent time as well. They play a Golden Tarn. They have a Cryptic Command and one other card in hand. We have a lot of ways to attack them in terms of like pressuring them here. So we're gonna probably find a land off of Oath of Nissa, honestly. We'll keep this one. Fucking legendary Oaths. Oath finds us. Hopefully a land. It does indeed. Also found us a LUKKA. I'm going to take the LUKKA. It gives us another way to like fight them in any order. Let's go ahead and move to combat. Attack them with a goose. For 1. Then post-combat, I guess I just play a LUKKA, which they were Cryptic Command, right? And they were Cryptic Bounce by Nahiri, so maybe I can't play the LUKKA here. Let's play a Leon of Abundance. They can counterbounce here. But counterbalancing here leads up for us just LUKKAing one of our creatures into an Emrakul next turn. A rock and a hard place, I think. Depends, they might have a combo kill themselves, to be fair. So they're going to counter this, bounce the Nahiri. That does make a lot of sense. I guess if they let all our dorks double tap for mana, then we're going to start like Kessie Wolf running them pretty hard. The Cryptic Command went to the bottom of the library instead of their graveyard because of the Wheel of Sun and Moon. Nothing from our opponent. 2 cards in hand. Lots of mana open. I guess I'm going to play LUKKA number 1. Because I don't know about LUKKA number 2. They're going to crack their Tarn. The Tarn gets them a Blood Crypt. Tapped. LUKKA resolves. God, what if they play Liliana next turn after like killing both of these on end step? They only have 2 cards in hand. It's unlikely. Let's go ahead and exile our goose. And we got an Emrakul. Okay, cool. Now, let's see if they can... They might have Cryptic next turn to tap it down for a turn, but they're still under significant pressure. I guess I get in for 1. If they snappy block, push my bird, untap Liliana, sack my Emrakul, I'd feel sad. But at the same time, we only need to find one more dork to be able to downtick LUKKA to be able to get another Emrakul, because LUKKA has 2 charges in the bank. He's got 2 Emrakuls under that fucking coat of his. Opponent untaps. They cast an Omen of the Sea. They are digging. They cast an Opt. The Opt itself goes to the bottom of the library. Did they top some things? Did they bottom some things? I mean, it says in here somewhere, but I'm not going to look too deeply. Oh, and they skew it up. Looks like LUKKA got us there. That was in a Modern 2-player queue. Maybe I should play a league with this. I don't know. But I've got other decks to play, other things to shout about, and other dicks to punch. Not really, I'm just going to punch myself in the deck. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the fucking bell. Apparently, according to YouTube's backend, no one has really hit that bell, and that's quite a common issue with a lot of YouTubers, so you don't know when I upload. Also, if you want to support me, there's a link in the description below to my Patreon. You can come join the Discord, get involved, play some League with us. Just get involved. Get involved. In the meantime, be good to one another, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.